16-year-old Vivian Eagle was just coming into her own, not only on the court, but also out on the track, and she was reaching new heights. But then the unexpected, a diagnosis.
Taylor Tannenbaum tonight sharing the story of this Avon athlete and how her community is now lifting her up.
I remember after the tournament, I was like laying on my backpack waiting for my dad to come pick me up. And I was just so happy, and I was listening to my music. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be like a great year and stuff like that.
Yeah, at that time back in January, this is where Vivian Eagle expected to be after school, either playing club volleyball with her friends or at Avon track practice, honing her high jump skills. But instead, this has been Vivian's reality.
Osteosarcoma. It's a type of bone cancer. And there's where the tumor is. And they're gonna like take my calf muscle and like kind of wrap it around.
Initially, Vivian thought her left knee was just sore, or maybe she developed a stress fracture from playing sports. But after several trips to the doctor, scans and tests, cancer was the diagnosis.
I heard cancer and I was like shocked, obviously. I was like, oh my gosh, that's bad. And I wasn't crying yet. I wasn't like sad. I was like, oh, well, cancer, that's bad. And then my dad was like, is that like hair loss? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, nope. And I just started sobbing. I was like, I'm gonna have no hair. And then all at once he's like talking about how I have no hair. I'm gonna have no hair. I'm not gonna be able to play my sports again. I'm gonna be like done. I'm gonna have chemo for like a year.
Certainly not the sophomore spring Vivian had envisioned, going through chemo on her 16th birthday, having surgery instead of serving on the volleyball court. But what it's given her is a perspective she didn't have before.
It's like the hardest days of practice I want to go back to. Like, I kind of feel guilty, like going to practice and being like, oh my God, when do I get to go home? When is practice over? Like, how much time do we have left? Because like all I want to do is go back. I want to go back and run till I can't breathe, and I want to go back and like practice with all my friends. And it's just like weird because you like take it for granted.
She's also felt the love from her community and teammates who now wear t-shirts and yellow ribbons on their shoes as a reminder she's not fighting alone.
Playing for Vivian has kind of like pushed me because I've kind of stepped into her position a little bit in some ways. Every time I go out there, I just know that I'm playing for her and that she's watching online, and I know it makes her smile seeing us play when we go up to serve and hit. It just makes me think of her.
You did it! You did it!
Week by week, Vivian is getting closer to her final chemo treatment. She even has this chain hanging in her house to keep count of what's left. And her end goal is to eventually get back on both feet, competing again.
Some of the doctors, I don't know, they'll like tell me no, and every time they tell me no, I'm like, watch me.
Yeah, no height is too high for Vivian Eagle. In Avon, I'm Taylor Tannenbaum.
We're rooting for you, Vivian.
Yeah, and it's so important to feel that community support when you're going through a trial
I like that
that.
spirit. Watch me.
You
We're
bet.
gonna do it. Yeah.